Hola Bessie, bienvenido a mi canal. Esto es una historia por mi primero viaje a Colombia. So this is the story of my first trip to Colombia. Like I said in the last video, I had gone down to meet this absolutely incredible woman, and my first trip down there was amazing. I did not know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect traveling down there. I just knew it was really, really far away from where I was. But I know that getting down there, the first thing that really genuinely hit me was flying into Bogotá for the very first time and looking out the window of the plane and seeing these absolutely gorgeous mountains and this city just kind of nestled in the middle of them, and how incredibly beautiful it looked to me. How unlike cities in like the States and everything like that, where it looks like the city has taken over the area, in Bogota, in Colombia, the cities, the towns, everything, it looks so natural, like it's just part of the land that surrounds it. Like the people, the buildings, and the land itself are just perfectly meshed into one. I remember one of the first experiences I had was getting into the taxi after meeting my wife down there and getting ready to go to the hotel that we were staying at, and just the traffic there is insane. It's not like it's terribly bad or anything like that. It's just different. It's very different than anything that like you've ever experienced, and there is a flow and a livelihood about it that you can't really explain. You have to experience for yourself, like the way that things just flow and move so flawlessly, like everybody is used to it. So it just works. Being an outsider looking at it, the idea of it just working like that is like super impressive. It's like, oh my God, this is insane. And I remember walking around the city, walking around Bogota, and seeing all of like the street vendors and their little shops that are on the sidewalk, or just the vast open markets where you can find anything and everything you could want, and just being so mind blown that like, this is how life is, this is how things are down here. And it's so very different than the things that I know. It's incredible. Like, you can go down the street, you can find clothes, shoes, food, souvenirs, anything you can imagine is there. Anything that you need is within walking distance anywhere. So there's never something that you can't find. It was just, it's incredible. I miss it so much. I miss it when I'm back in the States, because it's like, it makes everything feel so alive. There's just this constant movement and this life everywhere you look. And then you come back here to the States and it's like everything feels so cold and empty, and it doesn't have the same kind of impact. It doesn't grip you. It doesn't make you want to go out and be a part of that world. But when you're in Colombia, you do. Like, you just want to walk around and experience everything. You want to see the people. You want to talk to people on the street just to say hello. Like, it's incredible. It's so heartwarming, and I love it. One of the other things that we did for my trip down there was we went on a trip with her parents to Ráquira and Catedral del Sal, which the cathedral, oh my God, it was so beautiful. Like, the way that they converted this salt mine into an honest cathedral where you can go and have mass and pray, and the beauty of everything that they have built there, that they've done there, how they took something that was such a vital part of the economy there and turned it into this attraction, this thing that people migrate to and want to go see and go visit and be a part of. It was mind-blowing. Like, I have so many pictures, and I'm sure that we're gonna try to insert a couple of them so you can see what I'm talking about, but it's not like anything that we have here. It's not like anything that I had ever seen before. And then going to the town of Ráquira was amazing. This little town that is so incredibly alive with everything, with just people on the streets and all of the different shops, all of the handmade goods and souvenirs and everything like that. Like, it's so vibrant. It just, you could walk around there for days and not take everything in. The viewpoints that they have there, the architecture, the buildings, and just even shopping. These are some of the souvenirs that I got on my first couple of trips down to Bogotá in Colombia. So of course you've got your traditional Colombian hats. In Ráquira, we picked up my poncho, mochila. These are some of the handmade crafts that you can get, everything made out of clay. This little guy, Marana, came from Catedral. And of course, you have your patches and una chila from Ráquira. People are so genuine and real and welcoming. It gives you this sense of belonging, like you really want to stay there, you want to be there, you want to spend as much time there as possible, and it makes leaving so incredibly hard. But there's so many different aspects of life down there that I think that people here in the States take for granted. And it's the ability to go out and see people, meet people, be a part of a community, have people working together for common goals. The idea of genuinely putting effort into making your life better. You drive down the road and you see people on the side of the road, you know, selling food, selling drinks, working in little shops, and they do it with such life and a smile on their face because they're happy to be living. They're happy to be doing whatever they have to do in life, and it's not this weight that drags them down, but it gives them something to work for. And it's so different than anything that I've known here. And it makes me so incredibly happy when I'm there and I get to be a part of it. And I will sit here every day and be willing to tell people how incredible the Colombian people are, just for the way that they live life, the way that they look at things, the way that they do things. They realize that there's hardships and they realize that there is difficult times, but they chase after it. They go after the things that they want and they work to make things better. People there work for more. They want more and they're willing to do more to go out and get it, and they do it with a smile on their face. And it makes me so incredibly proud of those people. It makes me want to be like one of those people. I admire them a lot with my whole heart. So those are just some of the thoughts that I have on that. But I know that, like, if I knew in my heart after that first trip down there that, like, I had to come back, and I had to come back as often as possible. And not just for the country or the life or the way that things are down there, for the woman who I absolutely fell in love with my whole heart, who is my complete and total world. But I knew that I wanted a life there someday, and ultimately, like, that is my goal. Like, I want to be able to eventually have my life in Colombia with my wife, and it may be hard, it may be difficult, but it's worth it because it's a beautiful place, it's a beautiful country, it's a beautiful people. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful people. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to, anybody in Colombia who sees this video, muchas gracias para todos. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for making me feel like I can be a part of your world, your country, your lives. And thank you so much for everything. And I hope that other people who get an opportunity to see these videos and join this channel will learn the same things. It's all good to be able to take a step back and see how incredible the people in Colombia are, how beautiful the country is, and really how much it has to offer. Like, they're not respected as much as they should be. And I want to change that. I want people to see the country and the people of Colombia the same way that I do, as amazing people. So, like, subscribe. I will see you all next time. Ciao.